On May 16th, 2017, the world would be blessed with DLC 5 for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. 8 original Zombies maps fully remastered for a new generation. In this video, I'll be reflecting on Zombies Chronicles and seeing if 6 years later, it still warrants all the hype. Before we talk about the maps, it's important to discuss the state of Zombies, as when Zombies Chronicles was released, having come off the heels of one of the debatably best life cycles and DLC cycles for Zombies game up until this point, and still to this day, was DLC 5. This was genuinely unheard of for a Zombies game, let alone a Call of Duty game, as it was approaching 2 years of its life cycle. And the new Call of Duty, that being Infinite Warfare, was already out. But at long last was a DLC that was dedicated to Zombies fan base. Sure, there was the Resurrection map pack for Call of Duty Black Ops 1, but this was something special. The remasters for Zombie Chronicles have improved graphics, new perks, and fortunate removal of PhD Flopper, with Widow's Wine replacing it. If I had to pick a perk, I would have liked PhD to stick around, but Widow's Wine is undoubtedly a better perk in general for zombies. Each map uses the Black Ops 3 guns, with some being brought back like the RPK and the FFAR. And like with every gun in Black Ops 3, they're fantastic. And the Wonder Fizz is on Nacht, Verrückt, Kino, Ascension, and Origins. The Wonder Fizz is what I would say the biggest change Zombie Chronicles is, other than the graphics. Being able to have perks like Jug on Nacht, or say something like Stamina up on Numa. It's honestly a fantastic addition. And finally is the Ray Gun Mark II, which up until this point was in a state of limbo, not being included in Shadows of Evil or the Giant. And when all maps were out and it did come back, that was it for the Mark II until it did come back with Zombie Chronicles. So now, with all that being covered, let's get into it. Starting off with the OG Nacht and Toten from World at War, the very first Zombies map ever. How does it hold up? I'd say very well. The scare factor of the original, like many Zombies maps after Black Ops 1, is gone, as the graphics have advanced to the point where it really isn't scary anymore. With the addition of GobbleGum and the Wonder Fizz, getting high rounds without the flamethrower is possible, and the Thunder Gun makes its appearance. Each World at War map uses its Black Ops 1 counterpart, as can be seen with the Mule Kick machine. They turned it for some reason. So that's a general overview, but how does it play? Well, the spawns are just as slow as the original iterations of Nacht, along with the Gobblegums and Wonder Fizz. It's a fun map that is chaotic and enjoyable with more people. The cabinet makes its return, thank the Lord, and yeah, very solid remaster. Verrückt was a shit show in World at War, that's for sure. No wonder weapon, and the Black Ops 1 version, you get the Winter's Howl, which is, you have a Wonder Waff, and being able to get past your Untoten is actually possible. This was one of the original maps that benefited from being remastered, and is overall more enjoyable than the original, in my opinion, especially now that you have an infinite damage wonder weapon in some capacity. This is another map that is obviously chaotic and more enjoyable with more people, but it still can be enjoyed solo. Very solid remaster as well. This is the first remaster where I'd say it's in a very awkward state of limbo. Numa is probably the most awkward map out of everything in Black Ops 3. What do I mean? Well, let's talk about the World at War version of Numa. Oh boy. Being able to get upwards of the thousands of rounds while in the Black Ops 1 version was more or less what the map would have been had it used the new system of zombie spawns introduced in World at War to Reese. The Chronicles version of the map is good, I'd say. Quick Revive isn't one of the randomized perks like in World at War, rather opting for Mule Kick instead, which is funny enough, seeing the absolute jokes of Hellhounds being killed immediately, whereas they used to actually be scary. But other than that, it's another solid remaster of a classic map that is unfortunately inherently worse than the original for a sole reason that the original is iconic and known for high rounding. So to kind of taint that with the remaster is unfortunate, but it's still good overall. Kino Black Ops 1, the most iconic Zombies map of all time, is remade, and the result is very good, honestly. The problem with Black Ops 1 for me, at least, is that it relies on the gun variety, that being only 2 guns are actually good and everything else sucks. But with Black Ops 3, every gun is viable, and it's fun to play when you're able to get guns that are actually capable of killing zombies. The look of the map is nowhere near the original, with the remaster opting to take a lighter approach, making the daylight more obvious. And other than that, the map is overall kind of the same. Still good compared to the original. Ascension without PhD Flopper feels off, to say the least. The map that introduced the biggest pain in the ass for Treyarch is replaced with Widow's Wine, and the map also stays very close to the original, now with GobbleGums, and more specifically, the Dead of Nuclear Winter Gobblegum. The monkeys are thankfully easier to manage, now that you can just kill them with a nuke and end the round. And the Easter egg isn't a complete annoyance with GobbleGums, but I genuinely do not want to talk about the Easter egg because I don't care about Easter egg. It's just as easy as the original, probably even easier, now that you have GobbleGums that can replenish your ammo instead of having to constantly trade out the Thunder Gun. But still a good remaster. It's very solid. Shangri-La looks absolutely stunning in Black Ops 3 with the new graphics. The original had this somewhat odd look that I would say looked okay, but this remaster shows the true graphic potential that this map had. That being said, however, I think this map is one that got worse with the remaster, in my opinion, mainly because PhD isn't on the map. But without PhD on Shangri-La, it feels just kind of off. One of the main strategies was using the Baby Maker to turn the zombies small and shoot them with the Mustang and say, oh, you know what, actually, let's talk about the Baby Maker. Let's just talk about getting the Baby Maker, and for that reason, the Zap dual wields out of the box on Moon. You will be spinning this box for an hour straight trying to get it. This shit is so fucking rare for absolutely no reason that it's so annoying. They could have changed it, but you know what? Now you can obviously use the Mustang and Sallies without PhD, and on Black Ops 3 Zombies, you will die a very swift death if you choose to. And I'll mention this now, since it's most obvious, that the Black Ops 1 Pack-a-Punch camo is fucking horrible on Chronicles. Like, holy shit, what in God's name did they do this thing? But yeah, Shangri-La is an alright remaster, with everything being said. And on the complete opposite side of the spectrum is Moon, which is the biggest improvement in Chronicles. Finally, the color scheme isn't boring grays and white and brown and black, and the map actually has color and the biodome looks lively. Moon plays roughly the same, but same problem with Shang, kind of makes its appearance. That doesn't have PhD either, but it doesn't suffer nearly as much as Shang did in the same regard. The Astronaut is here too, which is...
What the fuck? Actually?
Yeah. The Hacker is also here, and it's mostly the same, as in, it's like exactly the same. But unfortunately, for some reason, the Zap Gun doesn't make drops. For those unaware, in Black Ops 1, the Thunder Gun didn't make drops, and this was changed in Black Ops 3, so that it was able to now make drops. But when the Zap Gun was brought back, they didn't do the same thing, which is, other than just completely confusing, is sad, because such a good wonder weapon, you would think allowed drops, but no. Too bad, just like Shang, you'll never get out of the box, because holy fucking shit, you have better odds of winning the lottery than getting the Zap Gun. And that's about it for Moon, honestly. There isn't a whole lot more to talk about, despite being the best remaster in Chronicles. But yeah, very good remaster. The final map of Zombies Chronicles and the final map of Black Ops II Zombies Origins. This map was already so good that if remade and put into Black Ops 3, would it even hold up? Obviously, it's a great remaster that can be enjoyed by a wider audience now that it's playable with the 3-hit down and GobbleGums, but what about everything else? Well, from my personal experience and opinion and perspective, I prefer the Black Ops 2 version more. The staffs do have improvements, like the ice staff having an unlimited range, and the fire staff, you know, no longer crashing your game. But for some inexplicable reason, they didn't buff the lightning staff, or any other staff for that matter, and the mud can be like completely skipped if you just slide right over it when you hit the ground, and walking in it somehow feels even slower than Black Ops 2, and the shield has new part locations because I don't fucking know. It's a good map and a good remaster, but when put next to the original, it doesn't hold up in my humble opinion. Overall, it's still a very great remaster that can be enjoyed by anyone, but I personally will be sticking with the Black Ops 2 version. Overall, Zombie Chronicles is an amazing bonus DLC for the game that was already considered to be the best. Having 8 maps remastered for only $30 is a complete steal, and you're even slightly into zombies or considering getting back into it, just do yourself a favor and just buy it. Ignore the campaign and multiplayer, and play the game mode that has been going downhill since Cold War. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What the fuck? Oh my god! Right the fuck away.
10 points.
Really?
Cheaper than the red light ticket.
So, this is why I just don't play this map. Like, what the fuck was that? So you're telling me within 5 seconds, 2 monkeys just...
Wonder what this actually does.
Oh my god, I actually fucking got it. Like, I went from wanting to kill myself to being so happy.